Today on Moe's Toy Room, we're going to unbox from McFarlane Toys in their Mortal Kombat 11 line. Here comes Commando Spawn.
You seem so familiar. Like looking in a mirror. Like looking at what I want you for minutes. Round one, fight.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Moe's Toy Room, come from my room tours. And today we're going to take a look at McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Commando Spawn. You can see him kicking back behind his window of pain, locked in his plastic prison, as he has finally made it here to Moe's Toy Room. He tends to bring some plasma blast in there, does not bring any loose other weapons of sort like guns or machine guns or anything, but he does have something right there in the side of his holster. It might be mounted in there permanently though, so we're going to take a look at that. Seems like he has some little bombs going off right there. Has a lot going on. I like the mystique of this figure. The figure looks really good. This is for ages 14 and up. You can see the side of the box right there. Mortal Kombat written all over that. And then if you look at the side right there, this little side thing, you can kind of see the way that that dragon is circled in there. The Mortal Kombat logo amongst this beautiful picture right here. But that looks like Scorpion to me. That's really weird. Doesn't that look like Scorpion? It looks like Scorpion, but yet it says Commando Spawn on there. What's going on here? Did I get like a one and only kind of boxing? Let me know in the comments below if yours came like this. I don't know. Like, this thing is really nice. I wish I would have had two. I would have left one in the package, just because that looks like Scorpion to me. You can see the side of the box right there. It looks more like Scorpion. Yeah, it's Scorpion. I'm pretty sure that you could tell how he has his chain right there that he's holding in his hand. So that, yeah, that's Scorpion. All right, folks. First off, tail of the tape. Commando Spawn is checking in roughly at around 7.5 inches tall, around 19 centimeters. Okay. Commando Spawn tends to bring the stand that he's on. I had to leave him on there because this figure's having trouble standing on his own due to the little ball joint that's in this foot right here. And I'll show you that one later, that they mentioned not to cover up, but he did bring some plasma blast. These almost look very similar to the ones that came with the Kickstarter Spawn. So I'm thinking that these might be some reuse. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But they seem like it to me. But it's really a cool effect. I really wish that this figure would have brung some machine guns and some kind of rifles and everything else, but they tended to not throw that in with this figure, especially being a Mortal Kombat figure. But you can see how beautiful this figure is. This figure is very nice all the way around. I like the mystique of it. I like the way that it looks. I like the piercing eyes of it. I like the grenades on there. I like the way that they got the shotgun bullets right there. And also he has some, I don't know if those are smoke bombs or some kind of bombs on his side right there. And then he does have the gun right here, but it looks like it could be mounted in there already. So yeah, that's what we get. Not unless there's a way to pull that out, but yeah, to right now, yeah, this figure I have to be careful because he's having trouble standing. But I do like the way that his armor looks over his arms. They did a really good job on that. So there is a lot. I'm thinking that there's some reuse of parts here from the Kickstarters that came out before this one. But I do like just about everything on this. I like the way that they threw this back in there, the big old like club over his foot. because that's what a lot of people know Spawn as having. And I know when he first came out, he didn't have that, especially with the very first action figure that Spawn was released, which I have here, did not come with this, but it would come on a little bit later on. But I do like that a lot with the spikes. The spikes are not very pokey at all, softer material throughout, which is very, very nice that they threw in case a child happened to get his hands on this. He would not poke himself. The chain on this is a soft, like molded plastic. This is all soft molded plastic you can see throughout. And so is everything else. Let's take a look at how he looks up close. You can see that. Yeah, this figure is very intimidating. And I was waiting a long time for some new Spawn figures. And to me, I think that this figure should have came out in an actual Spawn box and brung a lot of guns and rifles and everything with it. But to be in a Mortal Kombat line, that was a little weird, but we have been getting a lot of Spawn throughout the Mortal Kombat line because he is a hit in the game Mortal Kombat 11, and there are a lot of variations of this figure in that game. So here's one of them. Let's give him a quick turn. For that way I don't mean to bore you guys and I could get on with the review. This is all soft material right here. Very nice. Has a very heavy cape on him. That's probably one of the reasons as to why this Spawn has trouble standing on his own. You can see the back side of it, how the mold looks. Just fantastic. All the way other than that ball joint that just sticks out right there. That's really affecting the way that this figure stands. All right. So we'll turn him back around for you can see that. All right, folks, so we are back. Head goes down about only that much. It will look up really, really good. He looks up really good. Hits that Michael Myers side to side. Ooh, that looks intimidating. Look at that. Wow. Oh, wow. That one looks even more intimidating. And then you can get his head to spin around if you wanted to. Hit that Linda Blair, which is really cool. Underneath the mask is molded right up on there. But those eyes are just so piercing, aren't they? Okay, let's go to his shoulders. Wow, look at this. Wow, this is moving like a Mezco 112 figure. This thing, nice. Really nice. Hits 90 real good. You can see that butterfly cup joint right there in the front. You see that? And that will, you see how it just pivots and just maneuvers around? Look at that, how good that thing's working. Up and down, forward and back, that butterfly cup joint. You can also, he also right here at the bicep has bicep swivel, bicep rotation, whatever you want to call it. Double jointed elbows, both sides. You can see that rotation also on this arm. Double jointed elbows. Look at how that looks. Wow. Just amazing. Yeah, look at that. Real nice, folks. And then he doesn't have any swivel or rotation amongst the forearm right there, but he does have really good movement amongst his hands. That's what makes me wonder if there's not a lot of reuse on this from the actual Kickstarter. Yeah, he barely has any movement in that hand, but you know what? We get this, and that looks devastating. It's going to look really good in your display, so I'm not going to complain about that. Let's go right below his chest. But what I was saying is, that's what makes me believe that this figure might have some of the Kickstarter parts on it because of the way it's moving. Look at that swivel rotation right there at the very bottom of the chest, even amongst all this armor. Very good ab crunch right there. And he also has really good waist swivel rotation right there. Man, this figure is moving really, really good, folks. Really good. Okay, running pose, you can see that. Okay, Anderson Silva kick. That's about what we're going to get there. Same as the other leg, which gives us even more. Bruce Lee kick all day long, even with the weapons on him. Really, really nice. This figure Man, this thing is really nice. If you're looking for any swivel rotation amongst here in the thigh area, I'm not getting any, but he does have really good hip movement. And then double jointed knees, there you see the pins right there. I really wish they would have hid that a little bit more. But this figure is really nice. For a $20 figure, this thing is nice. Okay. And then when you look right below here, there's no swivel or rotation amongst the front of the shin right there. And then on the foot, yeah, that's what we're getting there. You can see that. Up, toe bend. Up, toe bend right there. And you can move the feet however you want. But then on this foot, it's kind of restricted with that. You can see that right there. But here's that joint that I was telling you about. You see that, how it just sticks out? And it does make a difference in the, look how ugly that looks right there. Just that little piece right there. If that wasn't there, if this would have been a little bit longer, whatever, to cover that up, this would have been possibly one of my figures of the year for 2022, because this thing is nice. And right now I had to dock it a few points because of that ball joint right there, and because of the fact that this figure should have brung some artillery with it. Not mounted all over it, but should have brung at least some guns or machine guns. But I'm sure if you have a Kickstarter, if you have other Spawn figures that have those, you could always put them in his hands and get some really good photography out of this figure, because this figure is really nice. All right, folks, so here's how Commando Spawn looks with plasma in hand. That's how he looks. Yeah, like I said, I think this figure might have some reuse from the Kickstarters. Not sure on that. And I know there are some Spawn enthusiasts who are right on top of the money on this thing, who will be more than willing to comment in the comments down below. Yeah, leave your comment. Let me know what you guys think. I know I have a Kickstarter Spawn here, and I think that some of this is reuse, and I think some of the inner like shoulders and everything else are also reused from those, because this figure is running like a well-oiled machine. All right, folks, so that'll do it for my review of Commando Spawn from here from Moe's Toy Room. So please like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so that way you know when the next video like this one hits. You could also follow us on Instagram at Moe's Toys. It's MOE'S, Moe's Toys on Instagram. We're also on TikTok. Check us out there at Moe's Toy Room. And right here on YouTube, we are Moe's Toy Room. So from Moe's Toy Room to yours, everyone, good night.
Fatality. Spawn.